Subscribe to Get Curried and click on the bell icon for more updates.
Hey guys, it's the Bombay Chef Varun and welcome to Get Curried. Well, today let's make a specialty Malvan recipe called crab curry or Khekdyache Kalwan. Well, this recipe is particularly of my grandmother. On that note, let's begin. Well, first things first, we need to make a spice paste. And for that, of course, let's heat a pan and add in just a touch of oil. Well, this could be regular vegetable oil. The oil is begin to heat. The first thing that goes in is dry grated coconut. Well, this is also known as copra or copra. While this is getting toasted, I'll also add in some sliced onions and allow this to turn nice and golden brown in color. Well, the coconut is well toasted, and if you clearly notice, the onions have just kind of started turning translucent, and that's exactly how we want it because the onions are going to leach in some sweetness to this recipe. The next thing that goes in are some coriander seeds, along with this, white sesame seeds, and finally, some cumin seeds. Toast this well, roughly for a minute or so, and then let's cool this down. While the masala is kind of cooling off, let me quickly show you the parts of a crab because there's some processing which is involved in this. Well, this one is the body of the crab. These are the pincers which are here. And this one is the shell of the crab. Well, apart from this, there are also 4 walking legs on either sides of the body. We need to take those walking legs, we need to puree them along with a little bit of coriander in a mixer blender. And then we need to strain that to get this smooth puree like this. Well, this is the puree that actually has the meat which you can collect from the walking legs, and this in turn gives it that keema-like or mince-like texture to the final gravy. Coming back to the spice, this is cooled down well. Let's transfer this into a blender jar. Let's add in some more ingredients. To begin with, let's add in chili powder, and this is as little or as more as you prefer. To this, I'm also adding in garam masala, ginger and garlic paste, turmeric powder, tomatoes, and finally, some coriander leaves. Let's begin to grind this into nice and smooth paste. Well, in this recipe, if you notice, the most tedious part is actually getting the crabs cleaned. But trust me, if you've got a fantastic relation with your fisher folks, it's going to be absolutely easy. Let's heat a pan or a wok as you prefer, and let's add in some regular vegetable oil. Well, at this stage, you can add in some bay leaf, you can add in some freshly cut onions, but I prefer pan frying the masala the way it is and the way I'm showing it to you. But of course, that's a family to family choice, so choose yours. The oil is heated up well. Let's scrape the masala in this jar and transfer it in the hot oil. Well, there's a lot of goodness which is left back. Let's add in water as required into the wok, and you're done. All you need to do is mix this, season this well, and your crab curry is actually ready. But the most important ingredient here is actually the crab because that's going to bring in the primary flavoring of this curry. So let's move on there. With the salt that goes in, the next step is actually to slide in the cleaned crabs or the different parts of a crab. But the final and the most important part or ingredient is actually the crab meat or the puree that we made with the walking legs. Well, at this stage, you could slide in some kokum, you could slide in some tamarind, that's a personal choice, but I prefer it just like this. Allow the crabs to cook on high flame, and with this, your crab curry is done and ready. Well, if you notice clearly, they were initially mud crabs which were deep brown to black in color, and now once they're cooked well, they've turned nice and orange in color. Well, that's also a sign that the crabs are perfectly cooked well. This has taken roughly around 10 to 12 minutes, and that's perfect for crabs to get cooked. I've added in some coriander as just a touch of final garnish, and now let's serve this. With this, your crab curry or Khekdyache Kalwan is done and ready. And trust me, this goes amazingly well with either rice bhakri or steamed rice. On that note, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to Get Curried.